long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
What's going on, Star Wars fam? I am your bro host. That ended and the music kept going. What's going on?
I mean,
wait, hold on a second. Something's messed up here.
Are we on? Well,
is
this thing working?
Has
this been working?
Bueller.
I had to move all of my stuff, and now I'm getting
wow
crazy delay.
Did we? Oh no!
You sound good on this end.
Use brand
Yeah, on
not,
our end.
Yeah,
great.
You're okay. So it's not like you're like echoing.
I know, but I'm hearing two of me for some reason.
He's like, I'm hearing two of you.
Oh,
it's because you use brand.
Okay, I had the YouTube channel on.
What a guy!
Oh my god!
What are you, my
Sorry, everyone. I was totally thrown off by an echo. Anyway,
oh man,
how's everybody doing?
Hi. It's been like 4 years or something.
Yeah,
something like that. Yes,
that's
it's
it.
4 years in podcast time.
Getting back on the horse wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. Welcome to my living room.
Hi, Dan's living room.
I
wish rooms talked back.
I had to give up my fortress, as I was telling you guys earlier. I'm sorry to cut you guys off to start the show after you started talking about pumpkin spice malort.
That's real.
God bless America.
There's a certain bar in Chicago where you can actually get it.
Well, why don't we just burn it down? I mean,
why would you? That's a lot. That's a big fire, dude.
Malort would survive. Because the Malort would survive, Dan. There's just no getting around it.
T-1000.
You can digest it. That is the only way that it leaves the planet. Okay.
I just don't. You know.
Thank you, Carl Jepsen.
What?
Call to John now.
What is pumpkin spice malort? Like, what does that even taste like?
I don't know.
Well, let's see. The original tastes like liquid hate, so this one has a little bit more of like a, spicy
cinnamon
flavor to it.
It's like this: when Malort and pumpkin spice love each other very much, they get together and they have a child, and that's what happens here. It's new life. Be grateful.
It's
another reason to drink pumpkin spice. These are just reasons.
Yeah,
we're just making reasons. Dress up like Han Solo. Drink pumpkin spice. That's it. It's fall. Everybody's all mad because it's still summer. Listen, we're getting there. Give it a week. You'll be in your Uggs looking at pumpkins in no time.
Dude, it's 50 degrees out by me. It feels
fall
as hell.
It's spooky season right now.
Dude, we watched
Scooby-Doo
to
like 67
today.
degrees.
You watched what Scooby-Doo?
We watched the original.
James Gunn?
No, we watched the live action. Well, yes, the James Gunn, the live action Scooby-Doo with Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Matthew Lillard.
James Gunn?
He wrote it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's his first big thing. You see, you come a long way, you see.
And Linda Cardellini, how could I ever forget?
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if it would quite qualify, but that movie deserves a retrospective, I don't know, Oscar for the casting of that film.
You know why it's good, Claire? Because it's James Gunn with an ensemble cast. That's what he
so
does.
Good. It's so
Matthew
good.
Lillard as
he's been Shaggy for the past 20 years.
It's incredible.
He's been Shaggy since that movie.
And Isla Fisher plays his love interest named Mary Jane, which is the best thing ever. I just can't. He's got the munchies, baby.
Yeah. If I remember the very first episode of Harvey Birdman is he represents Shaggy because they got high on the beach.
Oh my god.
I miss Adult Swim. Thanks.
So, how's everybody been for the past 2 weeks? I think people forgot we existed because now
that's fine.
Nobody's watching anymore.
Did we announce the show tonight?
Yeah, we did.
Not really.
I missed it.
I didn't do a lot of promo work, which is my fault. But I did put out an episode, with tweet earlier, way too late, but
I look at it like pirate radio.
It's okay. Some people might join in later, seeing that we're back. But things happened. Life gets in the way, and we had to take off 2 weeks. I had an ear infection. You guys had some things to do the week before, and
but hey, that's it.
A lot has happened, and my God, we've got the rest of Ahsoka, and we got the Loki premiere, the season 2 premiere. What the fuck was that?
So bananas!
I love
comic book stuff.
I love it.
That's how you do it. Oh my God!
I love when anything with time happens.
How's everybody's time been before we get into it? How's everyone been? Claire?
Mark? I'm here. I'm here.
Mike,
look, I'm happy
I've been dead.
That I made it through it.
Good.
We're here now.
I don't know if I came out unscathed, but I'm here.
Listen, I'm totally with you.
Me and Dan had a really good episode of BX Gaming. He showed his stealth prowess again.
That was fun.
He threw the greatest Molotov lob I have ever seen.
I'll definitely.
I have ever seen. We're in the garden with it's like 7 clickers, and Dan's like, "That's more than the show." I was like, "I told you he's a killing machine in the game. He punches these things with his hands, Daniel." And I'm like, "You got to think this out." Dan hit like 4. Like he had 1 arrow, Claire. 1 arrow. He didn't break the arrow. That's how clean his headshots were. He would get a headshot, pull it out like a Native American.
Incredible.
Kept it going.
It was like Yondu.
It was like Yondu, dude. and then it was destiny. It was the perfect bottle throw to the perfect fire bottle throw. It was like distraction. Clicker was like, "What's that?" Dan was like, "Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhook." Over grass, like, "Hey Ellie, and Bill, watch this shit." And I was like, and it was at like 2 of. I was like, "We got an episode right here." It was just like, and like they were dying at the same time. I was like, "Man, don't move."
So you got through. Did you get through all the Bill stuff?
We're in the middle of the Bill stuff.
Okay.
He has his shotgun. Dan had 242 like upgrade pieces. That's how much sleuthing this man has gone on. Dan has touched every drawer and cabinet that you can possibly grab.
Well, look, you need to know.
Yeah,
that's how I play.
If it's shiny, he grabs it. I'm over here crying
everything.
like, "Look at my
son." You just need. I have found so much upgradable shit. I've found every goddamn pill bottle. I know what I'm doing. Okay, but Mike is kind of he's encouraging, but I can tell the sound of his voice. He's like, let's go. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mike. I just have to do all this stuff, and he's like, no, it's okay. It's cool, man. It's cool, man. It's cool, man. And then it's like he's like, yeah, you've already been through here. And then
well, here's the thing, man. If we had more than an hour, I wouldn't be saying stuff like this, Dad. But why did I call you Dad? You're Dan. So this is therapy.
It's okay. That's actually an acceptable name nowadays.
You are the Mandalorian.
Very true.
It says it.
But speaking of Star Wars stuff, now you said Dadalorian. Ahsoka finale, guys. All right, Mark.
Well, yeah.
Mark, your reactions were a little visceral. And
the laugh.
I just look, I know, because you know what? There were some things with me too. And but I wanna let's get it out in the open right now.
Okay.
Clear the air.
I let's just say overall, I loved 80% of this series. I don't like the way it ended. It just was not for me. There's some stuff in there that is cool because it's not like I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking awful. It's not that. Choices were made, and I'm sitting here like, okay, like I don't know. There's just certain things that I'm kind of tired of seeing that keep happening over and over and over again. And I think I'm finally at a point where I'm tired of the Skywalker era.
Oh no.
And it's like, I think that's it. I think it has a lot to do with it. I'm like, I love this. I grew up on this, but I'm kind of like, can we move on from the nostalgia already? I'm ready for some new stuff, right? But don't get me wrong. There's like, I mean, we see stuff like Andor, and I love how it's presented. It's its own different thing, right? I don't compare the two shows because I love like how fun Mandalorian was and it gave us all that stuff and everything, right? Mm-hmm. But ever since Mandalorian season 3, I definitely have not been connecting with the shows as much as I used to. Even though I loved Obi-Wan and Andor, though. So there's that. That's where I'm at right now.
And it's tough. There's a lot of stuff, right? Yeah. I mean, and this show had like there's definitely some things that didn't connect with me for Sabine, and I've complained about it enough, but it was just like, look, I don't care for her being a Jedi.
Yeah, like, I don't know why I can't I don't know why I can't like I don't know why it's just not working for me. Like, I love that character.
I know.
God, it's like
but I like her as a Mandalorian with a lightsaber. I thought that was so cool. And it was like, all right, if she's gonna train as a like with Ahsoka to like wield a lightsaber like a badass and use her Mandalorian skills and incorporate all of that into this like friggin' crazy awesome warrior Mando or whatever, I was like, all right. But the second it was like, oh, you know, anybody can just tap into the Force, I was kind of like, what? And like I really had to like do some mental gymnastics to like just make it all connect and make sense to where, you know, I'm like using midichlorians, it's in everybody. And the Jedi just, you know, me and Chris had a pretty cool conversation about it, about how the Jedi were using the midichlorians as like a base level to be an entry level Jedi, because they need to be able to train people at a certain level that they know everyone's going to get it. Mm-hmm. So they want to know that everyone has a certain affinity for the Force, right? That they can automatically from childhood have this ability to be able to tap into it with ease, you know?
Yeah.
Even though everyone can technically do it, you know, it's just that these.
And I get that like that. I think if we had always known it to be that way, it would probably be a little bit easier to digest. But now we're kind of tweaking it, and it's kind of going along. And I'm like, okay, but you're right though. If that were the case, like just like hey, like real life, you know, you're so smart. You know, you take your tests and you're able to have doors open to you that you would normally not have open, and opportunities open to you, right?
Most people,
you know, like, and that's cool. But I just, this is a little strange.
I guess it's like, you know, I don't know. It just like, and then look, she literally couldn't do shit. I'm not saying Mary Sue. All right. But I'm just like, she went from just calling the lightsaber, and I had to just like be like, well,
that was enough. That should have been it.
I was like, all right. So she learned what it felt like to tap into the Force. So by the time she's already like a smart, capable person. And I think it was just like when you learn the feeling of something, right? And you have like that muscle memory of how it felt to do something, you can do it again. And I guess she was just confident in herself that she could connect with the Force, because now she knew what it felt like to tap into it, to pull that lightsaber to her. Like she remembered what that felt like. She had that muscle memory or whatever. So she was able to just fucking toss her across. But I was still just like, man, that's like happened so fast. I was just, you know, and like I just was expecting, I was gonna laugh if like Ezra jumped out and just like stopped and fucking fell, and the Ahsoka
like
had
oops,
to, like, or Ahsoka is like behind Sabine actually doing it, you know. But whatever. I don't know. I just like, I had to like really like be like, you know, it's Star Wars. She learned what it felt like to tap into the Force, so she was confident that she could at least throw him like a little bit half through the distance because he was already force jumping his ass across there in the first place.
Right.
And she just gave him a little boost. So I'm just like, okay.
That
but
shit was
still,
funny.
I'm just like,
See,
if this is where we're at now, if this is where we're at, now do Finn. Okay? Because, seriously.
Right. Oh, dude. I'm ready.
That needs to be fixed. Yeah.
Now that it's happened, it's cool, but so much other shit has got me turned on about this episode, and Balin's skull is the only thing, actually.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I talked about this a little bit after Mark in the chat that we're in. The reality of a lot of the Star Wars stuff is you have to know a lot going in to a lot of this, and like I trust you guys with telling me, and I believe you that Clone Wars is an amazing show and Rebels is an amazing show. So I don't know these characters outside this live action show unless I'm seeing bits and pieces of this of the actual cartoons. So I don't have any attachment to anyone except for Ahsoka because of what I've seen of her in Mandalorian.
Balin.
So, and I was only really interested in the brand new characters, which was Balin and Shin.
He's
I was
new.
Like, and like, so I didn't really like when Ezra shows up. I was just like, okay, like it was just like, like it's Moses. Like no, like Charles jumped aside. It's just like, all right, this is supposed to be important, but I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything because I don't know anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like seeing Jason was a big deal, and I was like, it's a kid with green hair to me. Like it's like it's that's why Andor is unique because there was just one movie before it, and Mandalorian was like, it's set in this world, but it's been enough space that this feels like it's a new beginning.
Yeah. And like kind of bouncing off of that, like from somebody who is very connected to the animation and to all of these character stories, my biggest problem with the season as a whole is that I did not emotionally connect with these characters in the way that I did in the other stuff. Not even close.
I heard a lot about
that. Isn't that
not even close? There was an emotional
Shin.
You didn't let us feel our feelings. They'd go super slow through some stuff, and then the second where I needed to like. I watch Star Wars with my feelings. That's how I watch it. That's how I judge Star Wars. Is if you make me feel something, A+ win, let's go. And they did do that with Anakin.
Yes.
Anytime Anakin showed up,
the Ahsoka Anakin episode was
it's definitely the strongest episode.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That was his crown
jewel. He showed
jewel.
up as his little ghosty at the end. I was like, oh, there we go. There's a little feeling. But most of it just emotionally missed for me. We didn't take the time for like. I feel like bouncing off of what Roke said, that we didn't take the time to let the audience feel the connection between these characters who don't know them. And also for those of us who do know them, I don't feel like they successfully made us feel the emotions of what we wanted to get to, I just was a miss.
Yeah.
I feel like with Balin, like I'm so intrigued by him because I didn't get enough of him. And like,
he was great.
Set up, they were setting this up, and especially Shin, right? Like, because all you get is this eager apprentice. She's not necessarily evil. You can tell that she's just a little fucked up.
She's just very kind of hungry for the next step.
Hungry.
Yeah, she's very hungry for the next step.
Very ventressy. Right. So I'm just like that ending part with her where she like holds up the lightsaber and she's got this horde. I'm just like so curious as to what they're going to do with this dead planet. And that's another thing that I was also going to say, this galaxy, right? We were all like thinking like this is going to open up Star Wars, this whole new galaxy and everything. Like, but is it?
One big desert.
Thrawn is
I think we've been here before.
I think Thrawn is. Have we?
I think we've been here before.
All right. It's been 2 weeks, so yeah. I mean, it's just the only thing I think we're gonna get is this planet, and then with whatever Balin's doing with the fucking goddamn father and son Mountain Rushmore.
That's exactly what I mean.
What's going on there, guys? Did you see the scar on the sun and freaking Kylo? And I was reading all kinds of shit about Mortis, guys. I just went into a Mortis black hole.
I love.
Yeah, I went back and reread stuff because I was like, God, man, it's been a while since I've seen it. Like I'd forgotten things, but
also, Dan,
yeah, that was interesting. It's like,
yeah, he's crushing it. He knows it's fall.
There's a half gallon of apple cider.
Yeah,
it's only there was only this much left. You know, like,
so might as well go from the jug. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Mark. Please continue.
No. It's interesting because it's like at this point, it's like, what are the Mortis gods doing on this planet that was very connected to the Dathomirian witches? It's like, it's really interesting. So it's like, how does this all meet? How does this all connect? Right. So it is interesting. There's some cool stuff in there that I think I hope gets explained better. But yeah, without Bailey now, it's like, what are they going to do with that part of the storyline? You know?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But
that's.
I was gonna just say, like,
go ahead, Mike. I'm gonna look.
Rebels is like, was on Cartoon Network, and the pacing was different because it's a kid show, so it was very like boom, 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 boom. I'm assuming, right? And it's like a couple of your Star Wars side like circle wipes and all that type of stuff. But this was different because it felt like it felt like they needed more time.
Yeah,
it did.
It felt like it just needed more time.
Absolutely did.
Like
I felt like we were racing to the end too quickly, and I was already like, we're not gonna get anywhere near any type of conclusion that we should have from this section, right? Because there's always going to be cliffhangers. I mean, we live off of cliffhangers in Star Wars. That's the par for the course,
right?
But it didn't feel that way. Like you said, it felt like this wasn't enough. It really needed more meat to the whole thing. So, yeah.
So, what do you guys feel about this kind of recast for Balin?
Oh,
I saw him, and I've seen some other folks as well.
He's
too.
fantastic.
He's excellent.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
Well, there's that.
He's the best part of that Hobbit movie.
It'll hurt, but hey, bring in a
good actor
who would do the role justice, and we're gonna be good,
Yeah, and when I saw him, I was like, well, look, I'm not gonna, I don't want to, what's the word, cheapen Ray Stevens or anything like that. But I mean, his look is pretty easy to replicate.
It wasn't a hard
fucking situation. Brian Fry looks like him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you can get a person that can easily look at him, but it's a matter of getting
clean shaven in real life too. So he just grew a beard, really. Yeah.
It's the level of like, I don't know. He's just got this like gravitas to this, like understated
great,
underneath there.
You believe him.
You believe,
Yeah,
that's why you want to lean in when he talks and be like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?"
And that's why I definitely think that Graham McTavish guy, because you've seen him. He was in the newer.
He's in the newer. He's in House of Dragon
thing, right? House of Dragon, right? Yeah, and I love.
And he's in The Witcher too.
He's in The Witcher.
Nice.
He's one of the dwarves in The Hobbit.
That's right. He is Dijkstra. Oh shit!
Which they call it Dijkstra, but in all the audiobooks,
Dijkstra, I think it is.
Dijkstra, whatever. I'm not mad, but I am.
Yeah.
They call them lesbian now. Okay.
From downtown. Mark with the buzzer beater.
Oh man, but yeah, he would. I think it would. It's not like a bad thing to recast.
No, and you have to. I think it would be. I'm totally open to that because, like I said, I think to honor him and what he did, it would be cool to see this story play itself out.
Yeah,
I mean,
awesome. Like, I mean, he was.
If there's still more story,
and it could not be. But I think the way they left it, there's something there, right? Yeah, I mean, it's like all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're hanging out with the Mortis god statues, and I'm like, oh, this is not where I thought this was gonna go at all, right? I'm like,
I don't want to like compare this because it's the person's death, but like they recasted Dumbledore, and everything worked out.
Well, like they're both gone now.
They're both gone now. Michael Gambon just passed away, but they did.
Oh.
They did.
Everything was okay.
Right?
Everything it was right at the beginning of this thing. Is like a super important.
He had 2 movies.
Yeah. So crazy.
How do we feel about the zombie troopers? Now, look,
they were dope.
We know that
we knew they were zombies.
We know that besides those 2 death troopers, who I feel like were reanimated for a while, like I don't think they were guys that died and then got reanimated right there in that episode. Those dudes look like they've been dead for a while.
Yeah.
And they were just like a personal guard that probably didn't survive, but he still needed them. But I think a lot of those troopers were all alive and died and then got reanimated right then and there.
Just in time for spooky season. We've got witches and Zoombers.
I don't think they were all under the magic the whole time. Like I don't think they were all living off of Night Sister magic.
Speaking of Night Sister magic, that sword shit was on some Elden Ring shit, and it was so dope. And I was like,
I bet you that dude Enoch is probably enhanced with some Night Sister bullshit, and I bet you those couple of death troopers were for a while, but I bet you most of that army were probably alive.
As long as Enoch's not Eli, reanimated Zoomber. Don't let my baby be dead. He needs to live.
Do we think like Mother Talisman used to be one of like a part of these great mothers or something, and she was like the one that made the pilgrimage over to the new galaxy to start to bring them to Dathomir?
That's kind of what I thought. That was my impression of it. Also, that name clearly carries some serious weight because it's the sword of Talzin.
Yes.
Is what they called it. So I don't know. It's like, look, Thrawn lit the black candle and brought back the Sanderson sisters, and it's like,
he totally did.
I smell Jedi. It makes me sick.
It makes me sick.
This man reached in his back pocket and pulled out a hocus pocus juice.
Amok.
Enoch.
Oh my God. What? We're back.
We're back, baby. Mark's bringing the heat.
You all missed it. Johnny Unitas.
Look, I just took where Claire was handing it off. I had to take it from there.
It was like Gary
back
Payton.
together, baby.
It was Gary Payton throwing an alley-oop to Sean Kemp. It's 1994 right now.
Yes.
Okay. The Seattle Supersonics.
Oh my God.
The best part, like what I kept thinking about with the Father, the Son, and the daughter, amen, is
missing her head.
Is Abeloth.
Yeah, who cut off her head?
I don't know.
Do you guys remember Abeloth?
Really big lightning strike. It was very terrible.
Does anybody remember Abeloth from the EU?
That name sounds really familiar.
They were like the last books of like they were after the legacy of the Force saga. I think it was an insane, like it was a crazy book series. Like I mean, all kinds of shit. The Sith came back, and like there's this like big like other celestial force being called Abeloth that was like this wicked dark side type creature, and apparently she was like the mother kind of thing. Apparently, I don't know the full lore to it, and I wish Tommy was here to explain it because most likely he'd
be all over this.
He would be able to break this shit down. Tommy is like a lore keeper with this stuff. But anyway, that's what I kept thinking about with the Night Sisters. Like, I wonder if like she's like something that they worship. You know, when they're not like the sun, but like this Abeloth creature or whatever. That's how they get like the way they use their powers. But I don't know. Just got me thinking about it.
Rick says no. That's what Rick says.
Rick says no. I will get the fuck. You didn't learn like I haven't read those books in a long time, and I listened to every one of those from that series, but there was a whole thing about like the Sith and it was Darth Cassius, and oh my God, this was a long time since I've read those books. But Abeloth was this freaking creature or whatever that was connected to the Father, Son, and the daughter.
Amen.
Yes.
Hallelujahs.
But I do like that. You know, the father and the son are on that Mount Rushmore thing. I want to know what the hell's going on. Did you guys see that? Like the pictures of Balin looking at a temple that looked like the temple that was it Anakin or Kenobi went to in Mortis?
Yeah, see, that's what I wonder is I'm like, are we on that planet again?
Well,
because they literally kind of just went through a fucking
there's questions
wormhole or something, and they ended up on this random planet. That's how they got there the first time.
That's how Claire teaches science.
They went through a whale wormhole.
Stop talking about whales.
He just wanted to bring
whales did it.
We know, Dan. You were right. It happened.
Then I was like, where did they go when they were getting shot at? Like,
take off your ribbon.
A wormhole.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, they have like the statues like the Argonaut. There was a very Lord of the Rings thing going on there too, because those statues reminded me of the Argonauts, and then it looked like Mount Doomway in the background. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh my goodness.
And the people were saying it's significant that the daughter statue is not there. That's broken.
Yeah.
We did see the convoy.
Yes, exactly. You finally saw the little birdie.
Yeah, we found.
Yeah, it's hard to not try to like aim at it though, because I've been playing, you know, Ragnarok, and you got to shoot down Odin's eyes. So
little green bird.
Now the bird went across space.
So happy you guys, you're playing that. So proud of y'all.
That game.
Definitely no whale holes.
No whale holes.
No whale holes, guys. Calm down.
Do we think that, like, how do we think they're going to get back World Between Worlds?
No.
That or maybe a whale, right back in a whale.
The world.
I would like that.
Doesn't work like that though.
How the Force works, Dad.
They only go there to die, which is sad.
You can get pulled out of your current spot, but you can only get dumped right back where you were.
You think so?
It's like a break in time and space, and then you get dumped right back in.
Time and space.
Time and space.
They can do a wormhole.
Kermit the Frog.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God, that's exactly what it is.
I'm just saying, do we know exactly how the World Between Worlds works?
No.
Just like y'all say.
And they could change the lore to that now that we've dipped our toe into the water, you know, with that episode. So it just it didn't look the same. It didn't have the doorways. You know, it's like all that. Yeah.
It could be the biggest MacGuffin in the world, and we'll eat it up probably anyway.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's only ever been done in a way that someone's taken out of their current location into this space and put right back every single time we've seen it. Nobody goes anywhere else. No time changes. No nothing.
Yeah, and honestly, Ezra came back, right? He's back now in the regular galaxy.
Jabba is back.
And there was no hug. I'm fine. That was cool.
Yeah, like, what's up with that?
What happened with that? What the?
She's the reason that we have Ezra at all. She wanted to keep him. Where is her hug?
She adopted him, and not a hug from mom? What the fuck happened? I know. I was like, people were like, how can people complain about this? I'm like, what do you mean?
This is worse than Chewie not getting
If you've gone through the journey of the animated series, and then
I never hear an "I love you" either in Star Wars.
Well, only once.
Because it's tied to two characters. That's why.
Yeah, I've only heard it once. That's what I'm saying. Only once.
Because the Harrison can always be, I know.
And Leia. That's it.
Exactly.
Harrison Ford just wanted lunch.
That's all we've ever gotten. But never anything between any of the new stuff. There's never "I love you" anymore.
That's what's wrong with that galaxy.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking right, Mark.
More hugs, bro. There's more hugs. No First Order. What happened?
The original trilogy had it right. No, I'm just look. Hera could have.
That's a T-shirt somewhere.
Anybody? There's no "I love yous" anymore. There's no "I knows." There's nothing. There's no hugs. There's no physical touch, contact. Everybody is just fucking robots.
Robots?
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. but the hug thing
there are a lot of robots. Ladies and gentlemen, C3PO.
See?
Hi.
Did you recognize him? You might not have because of his red arm. Just kidding.
We've got Ezra back. Thrawn brought the great mothers with him. So now they're going to be on. They get to finally the Sanderson sisters get to be on Dathomir for the first time ever. I'm wondering, like, I don't know, like I said it was before, like that planet was dying, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if it like had much force, like juice left in it. You know what I mean? Like the life was dying, like there wasn't a whole lot going on that planet anymore. The force is more powerful when there's an abundance of life, like you know, where Yoda was. Why can't I think of it right now? Dagobah. I'm thinking Dathomir. I'm like, no, that's fucking Dathomir. Dagobah. You know, because there's all that life there, and it was just like vergences and the forces everywhere because it was just full of life. So I'm just wondering now that they're in Dathomir if they're gonna tap into some more power and some crazy shit's gonna go down. How's Ezra gonna rescue his friends? Are those little creatures gonna come back with them because they're fucking adorable?
His little tailored 3-piece suit with his turtle shell.
And they all drive. They all
drive homes.
Yes, they have mobile homes. Every one of them has their own fucking.
They're nomadic.
Oh
God, that's awesome. They are the best. They're the best. Cute. They're like little hobbits.
Can we talk about how tired Sabine's wig was?
Wait, what?
How her tired Sabine? I was just like, I think she's talking.
For what?
Sabine's wig.
Oh.
I was just like, the whole time, like, couldn't cut your hair, huh?
She did herself.
I'm just playing.
She did herself. That's why you don't use lightsabers.
The worst wig I've ever seen was in the first G.I. Joe live action movie of Baroness. It was literally falling on her.
Well, there's another contender. Freaking Kate Bosworth as Lois Lane in Superman Returns.
Oh my God!
There was a sentence from the person reviewing saying Kate Bosworth in an unfortunate wig. Okay. You'll never forget that.
Remember when Superman's son pushed the piano on that guy and murdered him?
Yeah.
He was like, "Leave my mom alone."
Yeah, exactly.
Legs.
What'd you say about my mama?
His legs were like was doing the Grace Jones.
He was.
Yeah.
So we've definitely either got Ahsoka season 2 or a movie coming, right?
I mean, it's looking like that. Or the
setting up. We got Mando first, though, right? Isn't there another season? Well, I don't even know. I don't know what they're going to do next.
Yeah,
this is the next
it's kind of open ended now, where what leads into the movie, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So,
very true.
And whatever timeline they had was messed up.
It's done. Yeah, it's done now. They're gonna have to, like, the next time they do one of those projected shows ahead, I think they're going to kind of course correct and make sure people know, okay, we're doing this next, and here's a surprise before we get to the movie, whatever it may be, right?
Right.
And it's not like, oh, they messed it up. No, it's just that a lot has happened. There's been strikes, you know, we had the pandemic. I mean, all these things that kind of changed the trajectory of everything I'm sure they had planned. Yeah. It is what it is. But it would be cool to kind of get an idea of like, hey, I have this to look forward to, because now people who really got into the show are hungry for that, you know? And I know how that feels. We all do. You know, we've had to wait so many years in between movies. But this is weird because it's like the TV shows, and up until now, we've kind of had an idea, and we could say, hey, about 6 months from now or a year from now, right? And it's not like we can say, well, we have Andor coming. Yeah, but it's not connected to this thing, right? It is, but not in that way. You know
what I say to that? Good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love that Andor is just its own creature. It's like, absolutely, let me enjoy that.
It should be.
Yeah. I can't watch everything. It's too hard.
It is. Well, this is the time to catch up on all that stuff. It's like it sucks because I feel bad that folks had to do all that work just to get paid, and the other, like, the actors are still in the middle of all that, right?
Yeah.
But then now it's like gives us time to catch up, and then we can pay more attention to these shows as they come out.
Yeah. They're making too many video games too fast. They're making too many shows too fast.
Dan, it's not even November yet. I have 3 games this month already.
I'm trying to make my way through Ragnarok before we get to Spidey.
I can't afford anything anymore. Loki.
I'm so tired.
Oh my god.
I'm running around playing as Pinocchio. Beat up.
The Pinocchio game. Oh, Lies of P.
Oh, brutal.
I'm sorry.
Loki. Yeah, I'm sorry too.
I've been watching people play that, and it's hard.
Have you picked up Assassin's Creed yet?
Damn it, Claire! No.
He hasn't even played the new Phantom Liberty.
I haven't played Phantom Liberty.
Guy.
Starfield's like, sir. I was like, it don't happen.
Oh my god. I'm happy for you, Lauren.
Dude, I was
Detroit never gets a W.
Detroit,
the city, always just has the worst luck.
I've been having my eye out on Jahmyr Gibbs. Dude, they won again today without Gibbs.
Lions
and without like another dude. They're doing great, man.
Yeah, they are.
They're doing awesome.
They're due. They were due.
But I mean, hey, Eagles.
Good on them.
Eagles.
5-0, baby.
Football is.
We won a game. Go Bears.
We won a game.
We won the first game in almost an entire calendar year. Just
Congrats,
shy.
Guys.
Oh man.
Claire.
So Loki, everyone.
Oh.
Man.
I wanted to end the show with Loki because that
on a high note.
Fire premiere.
Yeah, it was good, man.
I have ever seen.
I missed it. I like, when they had that skip intro thing. I didn't skip it this time. I was like, I forgot what happened, sort of. And then he got kicked through the thing, and they don't know who he is.
You needed that intro.
Yeah. Oh my god, I needed that so bad.
Yeah, I needed to watch that catch up because it kind of like melded right into the episode, and I was like, holy shit! It just all started off right there. Yeah. No time went by because time isn't linear.
No, it's a flat circle, brother.
And dude, what's his face from
Ke Huy Quan?
Ke Huy Quan is just
hell yeah.
So glad he's acting.
Happy. Awesome. Perfect addition.
I was smiling so hard.
He was a literal star. Yeah. Every single thing he did, I was just like, yep.
Oh no! Could you help me? No.
So good.
That doesn't happen in the TVA.
Dude,
but it just happened right in front of you.
In the time thing, it was like I was reading a Dr. Manhattan panel. I was like, what's happening? It felt very like Watchmen almost. I was like, this is so cool. I have it right here.
None.
How did I know that? It was so good.
It was so good.
He's like time slipping and you forget that they don't know that he's Kang yet. Like you forget, we know that he's Kang because of Ant-Man, but they don't know him by that yet.
When he opens the wall up, I'm like, how did he do that? How did he
Well, he used the time stick.
He melded time together right there or something.
Yeah.
It was so
he just
weird.
Knew. Yeah, he knew
the Giggleplex to open it up.
Yeah, it was so dope. This show has got me so twisted, and I love it. Like the way they're doing everything with time. Everyone's a fucking variant. We saw Sylvie for just a second.
Yep.
Yes. I was almost afraid that they were gonna sideline that character, and I'm like, please,
yes,
bring her back.
She's a big part of this season. So.
Yeah,
good.
She's a big part.
I hadn't read much because I wanted to go in fresh, not spoil it all. So when I saw her, I was like, yes. I was like, oh. Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I also have theories already, but
what I like about this too is it doesn't feel like this is honestly one of my favorite shows out of all of the Marvel stuff, and it's
100%
it's so
really
wacky.
good.
and so mysterious, and like you have
this
no
and
idea.
WandaVision are my favorites. So yeah,
and goddamn Owen. I mean, yeah, Owen Wilson,
so good.
He's such a treat.
So good.
He's so good.
When he starts going off about the jet ski, like,
oh god.
When he writes skin on the,
like he was like getting into it, and the dude was like,
jet ski is a brand name. Stop what it's not what they're called.
He's perfection. I just remember all the first season. I was just sitting there going, "This is so odd, but so correct at the same time."
It's so on brand for Owen, dude.
Oh wow.
Like, I don't want to lose all my skin.
His candor, like everything about him in the show is perfect. I love it. Oh man, so that one moment though was great. Like when he just starts getting lost and talking about the jet ski, and he was like, "Yeah, it's a brand name." Like I was fucking dying, dude.
It was hilarious.
Yeah. So that the loom room.
The loom room.
Loom room, dude.
What the fuck? What was going on, man? He was shooting the. I'm like, what's happening right now? My brain couldn't put together what the fuck was going on. Loki just comes flying out. I'm like, how did this happen?
You guys watched post credits, right?
So is that what they did? They fixed him from jumping back and forth. Is that what was going on?
That's what that was. Yeah. I had a feeling that wasn't going to be the whole season. I was like, I hope this ends quick. And it did. Mm-hmm. It just jump starts of like, all right, now we gotta find Sylvie, and then like, because I think she's I don't think he's 100% dead. I think she's keeping him alive somewhere. I think the knife's in his chest somewhere.
Who, Loki?
No, the
Kang?
Jonathan Kang. Yeah, Jonathan.
Oh,
Kang.
okay.
I think that one is still. I don't know. Something tells me because they're going to meet Victor Timely in the past, who's like inventor. It looks like Frederick Douglass, but it's Jonathan Majors, because that's at the post-credit scene of Ant-Man. It was that. It was them. It was Loki and Mobius. Was the first ever post-credit scene directly linked to an MCU show.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, and it was because Kang was the main villain, and he comes down. And it was like, I'm an inventor, Victor Timely, and it was like. And then Loki goes, "It's him." And then Mobius like, "Are you sure?" And then it cuts. So
that's right. Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why I think it's about to get. I think the stride's about to pick up again. Something's telling me. Like I got a feeling Marvel's is important in some way. That's like next month.
I'm not gonna be happy until I get some Fantastic Four love.
Me too.
It's coming. It's real. They're doing it. I mean that's all back burner right now.
They said that. Well, supposedly there's a rumor that the cast will be announced as soon as the actor strike is over. They're just waiting on that, and then they can make an official announcement.
We would have got news by now about something, because I think the next big movie is supposed to be Thunderbolts from them.
Yes, that's right.
So that
but I just was like, I could not believe they came out hitting that hard in that first episode, and I'm like, I'm hoping that they keep that stride up, like they keep the pace with what's going on. It stays wild, like things are just going nuts, like at all times. Time is just ripping, like as we saw, the threads are just. I thought that was so cool, man. Like everyone's panicking, fucking the time police are just going out of control, and then no one trusts Miss Minutes.
Nope. I got a feeling she's going to be revealed to be an actual person too.
That'll be interesting.
That's just me.
Oh,
Tara Strong voices her, but it could be someone's behind the Miss Minutes strings.
And what about Renslayer? Is that her name?
Oh yeah. Wait, did we kill her? Did she get killed or spliced?
Doesn't sound like she's dead. It sounds like she's alive still. But I am just I like this because it doesn't. I feel like it's, even though it's connecting to other stuff, it doesn't feel like it is. Like it feels like it's its own show, like separate from everything else. And I don't have to put all this homework into anything, you know. That's
because Loki was a movie star first. That's why.
Yeah,
it's true.
That's why it's easy.
Yeah.
It isn't like, here's Moon Knight. Now talk to your friends. Like, it's not like, you know, like.
And I love,
like,
dude.
we know
and
who Loki is, so.
Honestly, loved Moon Knight. Wish we could get more of that.
I mean, I think his next thing is probably showing up in a film at this point. I don't think it needs a second season. I mean, I know that the third alter ego is the third persona has been revealed, but I don't, it's complicated because they combine both characters, and it's complicated.
Yeah, Moon Knight. It's complicated.
That's the second season. Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
My bad.
Just go with it. You'll get it eventually.
Look, Oscar Isaac.
That's so what nights? What nights is it that Loki comes out? Is it coming out nights now?
Thursday, right? Thursday 6 o'clock, right?
Yeah, Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're getting prime time.
Yeah, I think they're doing the prime time thing again.
Yes, they are, because I had the Chicago Bears on my second television. So I had Loki and the Chicago Bears win in the same time. It was pretty nice.
People were like, "Oh, they're only doing this because of the strike." And I was like, well, if that's what it's. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm digging it because I get to come home and watch it and then do the rest of my night. I hated that, like, I had to stay up to like all hours of the night,
right,
or wake up first thing in the morning, like super early to watch a damn thing.
Yeah.
I know it did suck. It's like, why weren't they doing that shit from the beginning?
And I'm sorry to my to our friends over on the other side of the planet in Australia who literally had it at this time slot essentially for them.
Yes.
I'm so sorry that you no longer have. Welcome to our world.
Yeah, right. Anyway, yeah. Oh man. But we haven't actually been on since the strike for the writers.
The writers ended,
resolved. Good for them.
You know what the deal is?
Go ahead, Michael.
You read up on it. Well, the deal is with the AI thing, particularly, if an AI writes a script, they bring a writer in to clean it up, make sure it's reasonable, because AI is in its very early states of being an AI. And if that script gets picked up, the residuals go to that writer who helped.
Nice. That's cool. I love that.
Yeah, and the deal's for 3 years. So.
Because it'll evolve between now and then, right?
100%.
Like, it's
AI is at the picture AI for writing as like dial-up AOL 4.0. And in 3 years, it'll be
T1. Heard that noise in my head.
Yeah. Do I get free discs in the mail?
Don't pick up the phone while you're on.
Yeah. Gotta get that separate line. Only the rich kids had that second line.
Yeah.
Right.
That was bougie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So in 3 years, AI could, be a contender. The scary thing for AI is the writing, not the actor's face thing. It's the writing stuff.
Yeah.
Because they can already rhyme now. They can like make a rap song. So like it's easy to rhyme.
I'm scared.
Computer. You should be.
It's freaky.
Should be.
I'm scared.
We're all giggling about it as Toad is singing Celine Dion music, but it's gonna get us in the long run.
No, it's great. Keep making your logos.
I learned a lot from watching
little things, but we're all
dead.
Shouts
out to Dudesy. I learned a lot from Dudesy. So really good podcast with this AI ran by 2 actors who have to listen to what the AI says, and it's very good. It's Will Sasso and Chad Colchin, and it's
Will Sasso.
It's this podcast where the AI is named Dudesy. It's all and they give them topics to talk about, and they're like okay, and they talk about them. And Chad's a writer, so he broke down the whole WGA thing. And Will Sasso's an actor, so they were both on strike. But yeah, it's pretty wild and hilarious.
And I mean, I'm assuming that along with AI stuff, they got their health packages and.
I'm assuming that, but the big thing for, I don't know about health insurance, but for the AI writing a script and a real life person helping out with that script in any way.
I didn't know that was actually part of, like, I didn't know that was a reason why things weren't.
AI is a big part of all of this. It's AI residuals. So they handle both in one situation. Like, okay, here's the
gonna have to talk
AI
to
side and the residuals side about that. Yeah. So
Chris is gonna have to start striking better deals with Blue Bantha now.
Yes.
Editing those AI scripts. Get those residuals.
Get those residuals. That's also if you're WGA. If you're not, then you're not getting anything. You're just
right.
You're just a person willing. A willing individual.
I wonder how much like because during all of this, you had all of these influencers scabbing, doing all of this crazy shit, and you still have the actors are still on strike, right?
Yes.
And what's the big contention with that now? Is that
the
AI?
Contention is AI. Like, we're going to pay you for being an extra for one day and then use your face for several days. Forever. So you get paid for that one shoot, but your face will be there forever. It's ours now. It belongs to us. That's the scary one.
Yeah. Congratulations. This extra got paid for a minute of work. And
that Black Mirror fucking episode was fucked up.
And the other big thing is residuals and how, like, we found out that major actors are living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
especially
you're gonna have to
TV
get,
people. Yeah.
You're gonna have to get like real creative agents, contracts, and entertainment law to be able to keep up with all this.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, like, look, dude, everyone is well aware now. You're seeing strikes happening fucking everywhere right now. And it's because everyone is starting to see that the CEOs and the fat cats or whatever are making a shit ton more money than they ever have, more than anybody has ever. All of our schlubs here are still making the same fucking pay rate that we've been making the past 10 years. 20 years even, and it's just none of it's there, and we're here.
And you got to look at like TV being like the biggest it's ever been, because there aren't any movie stars anymore. So
but there's so many people that are involved in this business, and so many of them aren't getting paid shit.
Right, because
all of the other people that like are just sitting in their offices are collecting fucking millions.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because there aren't any movie stars anymore. Like you had pull when Julia Roberts was in her prime and all that type of stuff. Aaron Brockovich made $220 million because it was Julia Roberts, not because Iron Man was in it. Like, it was, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the Marvel films are the biggest films cooking, and they're art stars, they're characters that are the stars.
Yeah.
Like Anthony Mackie was like, you don't go to the movie to see Anthony Mackie. You want to see the Falcon.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, and with TV being so major, and these guys realizing that there's more money in television.
I mean, you think about it,
you can make all these seasons.
We're talking right now recasting Ray Stevenson, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's a character. Like Balin Skoll is a character. It's it makes a lot of sense.
That's why when people say Tom Cruise is the last guy, it's because he is. Like, they went to the movies to see Top Gun because of Tom Cruise. They didn't go because Top Gun 2's out. They went because you don't go to. I mean, you're not going to see Mission Impossible for the espionage.
I saw Top Gun 2 because I was like, he's still a fucking captain.
He's gonna run. He's gonna run to this. He's gonna watch it.
He was still a captain.
I'm here for Mission Impossible to see the espionage and intrigue. No, you want to see Tom Cruise run away from something and Simon Pegg be funny. Like, that's why you're here.
Oh God, Tom Cruise running is the best ever.
He's uncomfortable all the.
Yeah, that's why it's great. Oh man,
straight face because he's serious. Because there's sand behind him. The sand. You can't outrun weather, Tom. You're in your 50s, pal. Park it.
Dude, he's doing another Mission Impossible.
He's not stopping.
Dude, he's never gonna stop.
He's not stopping.
Mm-mm.
No.
He said he wanted in an interview. He said he wanted to be like Harrison Ford, doing Mission Impossible into his 80s.
Oh, I gotta jump out of this plane again.
If we could only, we would only be privileged enough, like, for that to happen. Like,
Mission Impossible 46.
No one can stop Ethan Hawke.
God damn it, Ethan.
Ethan Hunt, sorry. Ethan Hawke's a person.
Ethan
Hawke's a real guy.
Ethan Hunt is AI.
Ethan Hunt is AI.
Full circle.
Shit. Well, it has been an hour.
You all missed this.
Yeah. Well, we're back. We'll be back next week. We'll be talking more Loki and whatever Poodoo to shoot. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat. People came, they saw, they came. I had a feeling everybody would come crawling back.
That's right.
Also, I just wanted to.
We're going to watch the news.
I wanted to announce something coming up. Get your calendars ready for October. I hope Chris is not watching. October 19th. October 19th. Get ready for this. 5 years, baby. Chris and I are celebrating 5 years. Everyone is welcome to come. The crew, everybody. We're going to have people coming in and out of the seats here. Friends, bro hosts, whoever.
Get it right, Dan. Bro host.
Yeah.
Make sure.
That's right. Bro hosts, whoever is capable of joining, all are welcome. And we just want to celebrate, all the friends we've made and just doing this stuff for, this amount of time and how great it's been. So, yeah. Please join us.
Yeah.
The date is significant. Yeah. I think it's our first quick shot or something like that. Chris, I can't remember exactly what it was.
That's when Dan wore spectacles.
Also, it's significant because it is the day of my wedding next year.
Nice.
It is my future anniversary.
Yeah.
And I get to share it with the first quick shot. Quick shot shared anniversary.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Man.
Simply the best.
It's a great date. It's a good date.
It's a good date. It's a good date.
So, yep. That's it. 5 years. Join us. Any final thoughts on Loki or Ahsoka, guys, before we kick it out of here?
That shit's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looking
I can't wait
forward to Loki. I'm so glad that it came right on the heels of Ahsoka because it was sometimes we get like a week break, but they were like, nope, here's Loki.
Here it is.
Yeah, exactly. And it was kind of refreshing to just step away for a minute and something new.
Sure.
Yeah, I was definitely happy about it. But all right, hope to see you guys next week. And make sure to Michael, where can everyone find you? I almost forgot to do that. Sorry. It's been 2 weeks. I'm rusty.
Hello, everyone. It is me, Mike Roker. You can find me every Wednesday, 9 p.m. EST, for the best video game content you will see that week. Bro Axiom BX. That is an _/. Watch your step gaming. Where Dan here will be playing Last of Us so well.
It was good.
And you think you're probably lying to you that you have to play this game behind your back, but it's fine. It's good content and I appreciate it. Heads up, I will be playing Last of Us 2 as soon as this ends. Yeah, your eyes are big for a reason, Claire.
Oh boy.
Yes. Because we need Dan because he's gonna need it. He's gonna be like, I need more of this. I was like, there is. See you next week.
There is.
But yeah,
I want to see this game before I see the second season.
You should. You really should. You should go it now that you've went in show to game, I can go on the game
to
the show.
Right. Yeah. And it's actually great. Like the Bill stuff in the game was way different. So there was definitely a lot of stuff that was cool about the game that I liked more than the show, honestly. Right. Even though I liked the show just as much, like the Bill stuff that we got from the show was awesome.
Well, the dialogue between Bill
we're getting right now between Ellie and Bill is magical.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. I wish we could have gotten that in the show, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm happy.
Why don't we take one of these cars? Oh my God, why did I think of that? You're a genius.
Yeah.
I think you know how to fix car. Bill. It's just a joke. Bill, please.
Yeah.
The world's fucking ended, man.
Yeah.
Like that's
what arguing with a fucking 13-year-old or whatever.
I'm fighting 7 clickers. You're arguing with a 13-year-old. I'm fighting 7 clickers. Like Jesus Christ.
Priorities, baby. Priorities.
With a glass shiv. Shit sucks. You kidding me? Yeah. You can also catch me 9 p.m. EST every Sunday from this lovely show with these lovely people here at Meraxi for Shooting the Poodoo. Yes.
Thank you, Michael.
All truths from that.
Mark?
You can find me here on Sundays with you folks and across social media as I am El Diablito.
Nice. And Claire?
You can find me here Sunday night shooting the poodoo. You can find me doing quick shots of the old Dr. Aphra comics for the old Bro Axiom. And you can find me across all platforms as C-Stribs. Roker, what you laughing at? I am being
mad you rustling up this cattle while you're talking about
Don't mind me. Little old me will catch me doing quick shots over on Bro Axiom. Like and subscribe. Thank you.
Look at my Texas belt buckle.
Yeah.
Babe, come here. Let me see him real quick.
I would like to see the baby. Little man.
Hello.
This is my boy.
He's like, oh my
those
God,
eyes.
other humans.
He's like, oh my gosh.
He just woke up. He needs a bottle.
He's like, I don't know where I am.
This man with large hands keeps grabbing me.
Look at his cheeks.
Oh, look at his smile.
Yay.
I got a smile. Yeah.
You won't have daddy's hands, will you? No, you won't. They're abnormal.
There he's grabbing stuff.
All of a sudden, he throws the table across the room like Superman's boy.
Daddy's little podcast.
He's spinning the coffee table on a finger.
Awesome. He's the cutest kid in the world.
He's so cute.
Son of the Mask too.
He's just all eyeballs and cheeks, and I just love him.
I know.
I love him.
It's literally what he is.
So
it's
darling.
Just so great. Well,
so cute.
You can find me, stay on Target 42, and you can find me with Michael on Tuesdays and
Wednesdays,
here Sundays. And thank you everybody in the chat for finally jumping in and noticing that we were back and not done for good. And hope to see you all next week. So may the force be with you.
Always.